Men are not just losing relationships in divorce, they are losing assets, access to their children. Just give me your soul. All I want is your soul. Soul diggers, because taking your money isn't enough. And a lot of times, the biggest problem is men don't realize this until it's too late. Let's get into it.
You ever notice how women yap about, oh my gosh, look how good she looks after her divorce. She had the best glow up. And like women will be like, oh my God, I had the best glow up after my split and my breakup. No shit, Sally. Of course you had the best glow up. You took half that man's shit in the divorce. And you kept the house. And you have the kids. Of course you have the glow up. He's the one that has to restart his entire life.
This is where most men lose everything and they smile because it feels like progress. See, after 5 heartbreaks with different women, complete different personalities, because I thought the problem was the type of women I was choosing, I'm here to tell you that the same thing kept happening, and I see the same thing with the clients I work with. You see things as they are, and that is your biggest blind spot. The fact that she's more peaceful, more cooperative, there's no more conflict, it makes it seem like there's progress. She's no longer asking where you're going, or she's making plans without you, because all of a sudden she doesn't need you to do everything for her. The reason why you can't tell the difference is because peace looks like detachment until you look at the base.
The reason a lot of men are losing everything in divorce right now is because they're not seeing the pattern. There's a pattern to all of this. And a lot of men don't see it because they think it'll never happen to them. Every man who comes to me is dealing with the exact same pattern. Wife one day decides she wants a divorce. She starts going to see a therapist or a coach who's coaching her on the divorce, that her husband's a narcissist, that he's the problem. Next thing you know, it's false allegations. He doesn't see it coming. He thinks the justice system's going to protect him. And they don't. The same thing over and over again.
Exactly. And sometimes the man see the setup, but there's nothing he can do. Or he just think, hey, I'm different. That happened to Joe Blow. It won't happen to me, until he's in that situation, until the outcomes finally hit him in the face. Because he believed in the system. He trusted the system. That was his biggest mistake. And by the time he realized that, the damage is already done. Just give me your soul.
For a moment, that if men didn't have so much to lose in divorce, how high the divorce rate would actually be. Maybe more men would file for divorce knowing that they wouldn't get bullied into submission. Or more men would file for divorce knowing that women can't use their children as pawns against them. Or more men would file for divorce knowing damn well that there's going to be no false allegations or no restraining orders against him. Don't you think that more men would file for divorce if they knew that they didn't have to stabilize 2 households?
You know, there's this erroneous impression that I want to deal with quickly, and it's to my fellow men. We sometimes think that divorce is not a loss for a man, like a man doesn't lose anything. Bro, divorce is not a loss only for a woman. Men lose too.
Okay.
Sometimes even more. Many fathers have lost their daily connection with their children after separation. Men also lose their home stability and even the home they've helped build.
All I want is your soul.
Call me a pick me. I don't give a fuck. Why does it seem like black women refuse to go 50-50? But let's say you're the black man that married said black woman and y'all get a divorce. They want half of whatever the fuck you had. Bitch, you ain't putting no ends on this. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women say that they don't believe in 50-50 until it's time for the divorce. Now suddenly you believe you should split everything in half, but you haven't been going half on anything.
Nope.
And reason why women want half your money in a divorce.
Because they're evil.
You know why she wants half your money? She wants half your money because she's greedy. She becomes spiteful. That she's done with you and she no longer wants you and see value in you. She wants to break you so you can't perform at your peak level to your other relationship. She want to make sure you're broke, that you can't take care of your other family the way you take care of her, because she becomes jealous and spiteful.
Ooh, look at those eyes. start running from her. Yet she wants to punish you, man, because in her mind, if she's not happy, it was your fault. So her main objective is to financially destroy you so you can't move on and be happy with someone else because she's not happy. She doesn't know what happiness is.
As men start to age into their 30s and 40s, they often find themselves divorced. The women that they were with have usually untied the knot. 8 out of 10 times it's women that are untying the knot. It's not guys. So they've either become bored, dissatisfied, whatever it happens to be, and decided to leave the marriage.
Most men think divorce is the end. And I used to think that too. Until I realized it's not the end. It's an initiation. And most men will fail it. Not because they're weak, but because nobody tells them what it really is. See, everything gets ripped away from you. The house, the routine, the identity that you built around her.
Soul diggers, because taking your money isn't enough.
You finally meet yourself. Not the version that was trying to keep the peace. Not the version that was bending to make everyone else comfortable. The real version of you. And if you're honest, a lot of what you built your life wasn't even yours. It was for her, for the image, for the family you were trying to hold together.
Green tea.
I know that because I lived it. I gave everything to someone who didn't give it back the same way. And when it collapsed, I didn't just lose a relationship. I lost who I thought I was. There were nights I was ready to quit. I was ready to disappear. Ready to say, this isn't worth it anymore. And that's the part that nobody talks about. But here's what I figured out throughout this process. That breaking point, that's the doorway. You either let it bury you, or you walk through it and become someone that you've never been before.
Men are more likely to end up losing everything in a divorce. They're more likely to lose everything in a custody battle. They are more likely to pay for fucking kids they're not even allowed to see. Men are more likely to end up in prison. Men are more likely to end up getting done for false allegation. Men are more likely to end up in prison in general. Men are more likely to end up in addiction. Men are more likely to end up homeless. Men are more likely to end up committing suicide next to any woman out there. Secondhand suicide, men. In fact, men surpass women tenfold when it comes to suicide. Men are more likely to end up in a depression without getting any fucking help.
Ain't that the truth? And the sad part, there's not a lot of options out there to help men. I think there's probably 1 or 2 men's shelters in this whole damn country. But it's thousands for women. Everything is made for her to have a soft landing. But you're going to hit the ground face first. You lose everything, your family, your freedom, your finances, your mental stability. Everything just piles up. Okay, and when the risk becomes too heavy, men just want to disengage. Who want to gamble with their future like that? All because you want to sign some damn papers. You could be in a relationship with her without the courts and the government getting involved.
Why do Canadian men lose everything after a divorce, while modern women call it empowerment? It breaks my heart. You worked your whole life to build a home, and the system just takes half of it away. In my culture, a man's sacrifice should be respected, not punished. Modern women want equality only when it benefits them. Are there any good men in Canada starting over? I respect you. Say hi.
In China, divorce rate has gone down 70%, and this is because of the new divorce laws implemented February of this year, 2025. What changed, you ask? Well, assets aren't automatically split anymore. If a house is in the husband's name, she has to prove financial contribution, or she gets nothing.
Separation doesn't have to cost you everything. Here are 3 moves to make right now to protect yourself. Number 1, if you can, put a hold on joint accounts. The last thing you want is to wake up to find large withdrawals you knew nothing about. So talk to your bank account about how you do that, and make sure you also look at joint lines of credit. Number 2, keep a record on everything you spend for joint and family expenses. Still paying the car insurance for both of you, covering the mortgage solely on a property you both own. Write it down, save the receipts. The paper trail is money in your pocket. Number 3, Pay attention to how properties are titled. If the property is in your name alone, the other side is not entitled to 50%. There are deductions or credits that can work in your favor. Talk to a lawyer if you need help finding out what sort of deductions apply in your particular situation. Knowledge is your best asset right now. Share this with somebody who needs it.
But this is easier said than done. Because many times, no matter what, the system is going to be against the man. Because you're not dealing, because all those emotions that are inside the relationship don't mean anything. They become the strategy they'll use against you later. This is why men don't benefit from marriage at all, and women do. Now, they'll try to tell you they don't benefit at all, but why you see so many women talking about, I'm going to Home Depot looking for my husband? I don't see men at Bed Bath & Beyond looking for a wife. When the dating apps is all out there, you don't see men going there. You saying it's like one man to every 10 girls. See, they know who benefit. So, all right, that's it for this video. Until the next one, the truth will set you free.